welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. Maybe you only rap and pay the bills. Now I'm feeling not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions been louder than my words. I ain't sold, but still sold on the earth. Going through it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie in the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Rams first down.
And the Rams first down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
19 more yards.
19 more on that one. And another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's second and
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
First carry here for Kyron Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
gain of 18.
That one good for 18 yards and to the 18-yard line.
A gain of 18.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Here's second and 3 to go. It's another run here for Williams. Whoa. And he will power his way into the end zone. Kyron Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Harrison
for the
Davis
point after.
on for the extra point.
It's up
His kick
and
is
through.
good.
And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. #1 pick of the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
That last run lost a yard, setting up 2nd and 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. We are ready to get back underway. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. To the right side, caught by Burden. And he is out of bounds. 10 yards for #10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming now. And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throw it again. It's Williams. That's to the big rookie out of Michigan, Holston Loveland. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Santos' kick is good. And the Bears, they're on the board. It's 7-3.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So you got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. The first time he's caught a ball here tonight. And it is good for a first down.
22 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
The motion man is Nakua. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
First down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 29-yard line.
They put Adams in motion. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second down, they need 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. Pass is caught left side, that's Parkinson. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Stafford now on first down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To the air again, Stafford. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
Stafford's pass intercepted. The coverage by Jaquan.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando.
Confidence here, likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
A play fake. Now Williams. Open man downfield is Loveless. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That is two big pickups to start the drive. 32 on the latest.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And they'll have burst the goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run with Swift. A second effort, and he is in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. Santos to add the point after. He's got it, and the Bears are on top. It's now 10-7.
Bears 10, Rams 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Rams offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. As this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. T.J. Edwards there on the stop.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Parkinson in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Stafford now on 2nd down. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Stafford on target to Puka, and the Rams have a 1st down.
And the Rams, 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Past midfield to the 45. And he'll be taken down. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL, and I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game, more important than how many gross yards you run for?
So, points at a premium. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 11-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Luther Burden, the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
They'll put Loveland in motion. Throwing again, Williams. On the run to the right. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on 3rd down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains. And there's really 2 reasons. 1, teams are a lot more willing to use 4th down. And 2, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag back by the kicker. It may very well give him new life. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now they'll pitch it out here. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. Now a timeout Rams. That's number 2. Talk things over before 3rd down.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears will get out in front 17-7.
Rams 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They put Adams in motion. On the ground, Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
The outside, it's brought in by Adams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
42-yard line.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
This one complete to Atwell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The Rams use their third and final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
First down.
They'll come up for first and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll look middle and get this one to Parkinson.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Here comes second down. Stafford to throw again. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So this one in the win column for the Bears. They use a little home cooking here.